Today we're putting Duke Dennis in the NBA, but there's one problem. He's trash. But one NBA team decided to take a chance on him, and that team would end up being the Atlanta Hawks. He's the worst player in the NBA, which is why every season Duke will get an upgrade. We're gonna start with number 34 because that's the jersey number he's wearing, and he gets +1 to all his finishing badges. But that doesn't help him much because he still has to come off the bench behind Trae Young. And in his rookie season, he did a lot of bench warming. But in the minutes he got, he averaged 4 points and 1.5 assists per game. That efficiency is terrible, 32% and 22% from 3. The Hawks somehow made the play-in. They were 38 and 44. And in Duke's first playoff matchup, he would have to face Giannis and Dame. And Trae Young would put the team on his back to lead the Hawks out of the first round, all for them to get swept by the Celtics in the second round. And in the offseason, Duke Dennis would get dropped by the Hawks and picked up by the Nets, where he would be the second best point guard on the team. Season number 2, let's pick number 4 because his points per game average, and he's gonna get +10 to all his physicals. And with this increased athleticism, Duke Dennis went from 4 points per game all the way up to 11 points per game. His efficiency is finally getting better, but unfortunately for the Nets, they were the 12th seed and they missed the play-in. And that would take us on to Duke's 3rd season, where he's an 82 overall now, but he's still fighting for that starting point guard spot. But let's see if this upgrade board can help him get there. Let's go with number 82, and he's gonna get +10 to his intangibles. Moment of truth, will that make him an 83 overall? It will, and he's finally gonna earn the starting point guard spot. And in Duke's first season as a starter, he averaged 18 points and 7 assists per game. He's actually becoming a quality NBA player. And in the first round, Duke Dennis has to go up against Giannis and Damian Lillard again. And at this point in his career, Damian Lillard is a shell of his former self. But it would be Giannis who dominated in a Game 7 to eliminate the Nets from the playoffs. Let's go with number 100 on the board, and Duke's gonna get +20 to all his defense attributes. And that's gonna turn him to a lockdown defender. He's up from an 88 to an 89, and let's see what he can do as the best player on the team. And Duke makes the All-NBA second team. He averages 21 points and 8 assists per game, and he can actually shoot threes now. He led the Nets to 53 wins. They're the 2 seed. They beat the Wizards in 7 games. They almost blew a 3-0 lead. And in the second round, they're going up against the 6 seed Celtics. And Duke has some history with the Celtics. Back when he was on the Hawks, the Celtics swept them and ended his rookie season. But now he's a much better player, and this was his shot at revenge. But unfortunately for Duke Dennis, history repeated itself as the Celtics took a 3-1 lead after dominant performances from Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. But Duke wasn't going to let this happen so easily. The series wasn't over. And Duke dropped 25 in Game 5 and 26 in Game 6 to force a Game 7. And after a back and forth series, it all came down to one final game. And the Celtics are going to end up blowing a 3-1 lead, and in Game 7, Duke dropped 22 points, 7 rebounds, and 11 assists. So now they're in the conference finals against a 4-seeded Raptors team. This team looks really good. And the Nets run is over. They got swept by a 4 seed, and Duke finally signs a multi-year contract with the Nets. He signs for 2 years, $80 million. So we're going to go with 80 on the board, and he's going to get +1 to all his finishing badges again. Duke's averages drop a little bit to 20 points and 7 assists per game, and the Nets dropped from the 2 seed all the way to the 6 seed. They were 41 and 41. But even with a record like this, the Nets put up a fight against the Heat, and even though the Heat took a 1-0 lead, the Nets steal a game on the road and tie the series up at 1. But after that, things didn't go so well. They lost 3 games in a row, and they were eliminated again. And the Nets crumble. They lose in 5 games. Season number 6, let's go with number 30 on the board, and Duke's gonna get +10 to his offensive consistency. Duke's on the All-NBA second team again. He averaged 21 points and 8 assists per game, and the Nets are the 6th seed for the 2nd season in a row. They actually make it out of the first round this time. It took them 7 games. And in the second round, they have to go up against the Heat team that eliminated them last year. And the Nets actually hold their own this time, forcing a Game 7. And Duke Dennis drops 29 in a Game 7 to lead the Nets past the Heat and to the conference finals. And this 5-seed Sixer team doesn't look that good, and they just can't make it past the conference finals. And after 5 years of not winning anything with the Nets, Duke Dennis wanted a fresh start. And with his contract running out, he told the Nets he wouldn't be re-signing with them. Duke Dennis is not on the Nets anymore. He signed a 2-year deal to join the Bulls. Duke Dennis made the All-NBA second team again. His averages are pretty much staying the same, but he led the Bulls to the 1st seed. They finished with 59 wins. They're the 2nd best team in the league, and Duke has to play the Sixers in the conference finals for the 2nd year in a row. And the Sixers are going to run away with Game 6 late in the 4th, so we're going to a Game 7. Ace Bailey's going to use the screen, take the pull-up 3, and it's no good. Tyrese Maxey on the fast break, pulls the shot over Peyton Pritchard and knocks it down. This is not a good start for the Bulls. Ace Bailey with the ball, trying to get past. Dyson Daniels gets into the lane, takes the reverse, and the Bulls are up 4. Tyrese Maxey trying to drive on Duke Dennis, forces up the layup, it gets blocked. 4 seconds left. The Sixers offense is terrible. They get a mid-range shot, they miss it. 5 seconds left. They're going to swing it out to Isaiah Stewart for 3. And he gives the Bulls a 7-point lead. And in Duke's 7th season, he would finally make his first finals appearance. And they're going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And after going down 3-1 in the series, the Bulls are going to come back in Game 6 to force a Game 7. This game has been back and forth all game, and now the Bulls have a chance to retake the lead. Duke Dennis is going to use the screen, pull the mid-range, he bricks it, the center gets the rebound, puts it back up, and makes the and one for the lead. And his free throws up, and he misses it. That could have given the Bulls a 2-point lead. 5 seconds left. They're going to give Shea the ball. He's going to pass it down low to Chet, to Towns, the layup, and it's blocked. Bulls on the fast break. Duke's going to spin into the paint, and he tries to give it to PJ Washington, but he gets a turnover. So now the Thunder are on the fast break. They throw it down low to Chet, and Duke makes up for it with the steal. Duke on the fast break is going to pass it out to Ace Bailey. Back down low to Duke, the layup. He misses it, and the Thunder are going to go down low to Chet again. He gets the dunk and gives them the lead. Duke Dennis is going to ISO on Shea. He's going to drive into the paint, and he throws it down on Chet and gives the Bulls the lead. 50 seconds left. Shea's going to make his way into the paint, and he gets fouled by Duke. So now we have Shea at the free throw line. His first free throw ties the game up. And for the lead, his second free throw's up, and he knocks it down. 40 seconds left. Duke's going to drive right by Shea. He passes out of the shot, and he gets a turnover. And Duke's going to reach in on Shea, which sends him to the free throw line. Shea's first free throw's up, and he knocks it down. And to make it a 3-point game, Shea's second free throw's good. The Bulls are running out of time here, and PJ Washington throws a turnover off the inbound pass. So now Chet's going to the line. His first free throw's good. And to make it a 5-point game, his second free throw's good. Let's hope the Bulls can do something here without getting a turnover. Duke's going to drive right by Shea behind the back. Pass it out to PJ Washington for 3. And he knocks it down. And now Shea's going to be going back to the free throw line. His first free throw's good. And to make it a 2-possession game, his second free throw's good as well. The Bulls have no timeout, so they need to move up the court quick. Duke is just sitting at half court. He's going to pass it to PJ Washington again. He misses the 3. And the Bulls are going to lose in Game 7 of the NBA Finals. But the very next season, they get their rematch. And for the second year in a row, the Bulls are going to force another Game 7 after being down 3-1. And the Bulls are up 7 with 2 minutes to go. All they have to do is not blow this lead. Nikola Topic driving into the paint on Donovan Mitchell is going to miss the layup. Ace Bailey with the ball is going to run on ice, so he's going to drive into the paint, and he gets fouled. His first free throw's up, and it's good. And his second free throw is going to miss. I don't know what the Thunder are doing here. It looked like Chet was about to set the screen, and this guy just fell and still knocked the 3 down. So the Bulls are only up 5 now with a minute to go. Duke drives by Shea, takes the layup over Chet, and puts the Bulls up 7. Ace Bailey trying to play good defense on the 3. This guy falls down again, but he misses this time. Patrick Williams with the ball, trying to get into the paint past Shea. He's going to force the layup, and he misses it. The Thunder have 25 seconds left to make something happen. If they don't score here, they're probably going to lose. Nikola Topic is going to force the 3 from the top of the key. He misses it. And in his 8th season, Duke Dennis is finally going to win his first ring. And he wins the Finals MVP, averaging 25 points, 8 assists, 2.5 steals, and 2.5 blocks in the series. Even though he started out as the worst player in the NBA, Duke Dennis turned out to be a pretty good basketball player. If you want to see Kai Cenat turn into a good basketball player, click the video on the screen right now.